I got played, man. For those of you who, I know, you weren't here, so you luckily were not party to it. Just me and Joffer. We covered the, Mangione and Mangione, sorry, and more updates on the killing of the United Healthcare exec. We covered it for like 15 minutes. Of those, I think 5 or 4 or something I spent on what I thought was Mangione's manifesto, and it turns out it was a fake that apparently was circulating the interwebs. And for those of you who have found that out since and gone, wait a second, Lee said this was real, I got played. I got it wrong. And I think part of it was that it was so widely distributed that I had thought that a fake wouldn't get that widely distributed. Anyway, I will now read and I'm going to read it's a long paragraph. It's not too long. So here is from Ken. I always confuse Ken and
I know.
Ken and Kit Clarenberg, Ken Klippenstein. This is from Ken Klippenstein, great journalist, and I've never known him to lead us astray. So here it is. To the feds. I'll keep this short because I do respect what you do for our country. I don't understand why he does that, but
odd opening.
To save you the lengthy investigation, I state plainly that I wasn't working with anyone. This was fairly trivial, some elementary social engineering, basic CAD, computer design. Basic computer design of, I guess he means the printed a weapon. A lot of patience.
Oh, is that what it was? He 3D printed a gun?
3D printed a gun, yeah.
America. Sorry, go ahead.
The spiral notebook, if present, has some straggling notes and to-do lists that illuminate the gist of it. My tech is pretty locked down because I work in engineering, so probably not much info there. I like how he's like, you guys aren't going to get anywhere there. You can try, but He says, I do apologize for any strife of traumas, but it had to be done. Frankly, these parasites simply had it coming. A reminder, the U.S. has the #1 most expensive healthcare system in the world, yet we rank roughly number 42 in life expectancy. United is indecipherable, largest company in the U.S. by market cap, behind only Apple, Google, and Walmart. Apparently, I've heard some people say it's the 8th largest in the world, and I've heard others say it was 16th largest. But anyway, one of the largest companies in the world. It has grown and grown, but I think he means has our life expectancy, ? Now, the reality is this indecipherable has simply gotten too powerful, and they continue to abuse our country for immense profit because the American public has allowed them to get away with it. Obviously, the problem is more complex, but I do not have space, and frankly, I do not pretend to be the most qualified person to lay out the full argument. But many have illuminated the corruption and greed, Rosenthal, Moore, decades ago, and the problems simply remain. It is not an issue of awareness at this point, but clearly power games at play. Evidently, I am the first to face it with such brutal honesty. So that is the real note that was with Luigi. And I hate getting things wrong, so I am sorry. So fairness and accuracy in reporting is talking about how Murdoch outlets and Bezos' Washington Post are demanding more sympathy for health insurance execs. And they've been doing a lot of coverage about how horrible these jokes are on the internet. Memes mocking the insurance companies and disregard for human life. And obviously, the mainstream media of the ruling elite of the richest people in the country are going to want to defend the richest people in the country. Yeah. So this is not too much of a surprise.
I also think it's funny, not funny, but funny, morbid, that while the Washington Post and New York Times are putting out all of these things saying, oh my gosh, it's so despicable to celebrate murder, they're literally publishing IDF, like propaganda talking points that are supporting a genocide. Also,
well, you're getting ahead of me on the.
Sorry.
Someone put up, this is the, what do you call it? The
killers should not be celebrated starter pack.
Yeah. And then he shows, for those of you listening to the podcast, he shows the mainstream outlets celebrating murderers. Obama gets the Nobel Prize. George W. Bush Library opens. Donald Trump is Time Magazine's Person of the Year. Congress will honor Dick Cheney with a statue at the U.S. Capitol. God, I didn't know that. That's disgusting. Obama awards Biden president.
Are you surprised?
Obama, yeah, a little bit. Even Cheney. Obama awards Biden Presidential Medal of Freedom. Also, Biden put the Medal of Freedom around George W. Bush's neck. Yeah,
I thought that was Michelle Obama who put it around George Bush.
No, you're conflating where she leaned in and put her head on him, and they shared candies together. They're like besties. They do a lot of watching Love Actually together and stuff. But he put the Medal of Freedom around George W. Bush's neck. And this is just a giant war criminal circle jerk.
Yes.
They all stand around and give awards to each other for who killed the most innocent people.
Also, in totally unrelated news, the new CEO of United Health said that he will continue the legacy of Brian Thompson and will combat unnecessary care for sustainability reasons. Do with that information what you will.
The legacy of executing Americans, I guess.
Yes,
that's the legacy. Yes. We need to keep that going. That legacy. And then Fairness and Accuracy points out, yet all of these outlets at the same time have run support for Daniel Penny, the man recently acquitted for killing a black homeless man on the New York City subway. They also say these outlets likewise express support for Kyle Rittenhouse as he gunned down Black Lives Matter protesters, and they express support for George Zimmerman when he shot Trayvon Martin because Trayvon Martin was armed with Skittles. In other words, they say it's fine to defend vigilantes when they kill unarmed black people or anti-racist activists, but when a CEO's life is taken, we must solemnly stay silent on the reasons why such a person might be targeted or why bystanders might not be crying. So yeah, just a little bit of hypocrisy there, just slightly.
Mm-hmm.